Welcome, everyone. This is the Inebriated Podcast. It's your host, Sam C. and my co-host,
J. Dat, one whole of the Soul Question Collective.
Welcome, everybody. We have a lot of special guests today. As you can see, we have the beautiful Miss Lola here. We have Miss Jillian Ferrari. And we got the good old friend, Jay. Jay, welcome, everybody.
Welcome. Thank you.
In the building.
What's going on, everybody? Here we are. We're having another episode of the Inebriated Podcast. We're here. It's actually during another game of the NBA Finals. We are here watching Game 6. And we have all of our good friends here to join us. So let's get into it, you know. We have it playing in the background. I know you guys can't see, but we'll be doing some commentary in between our discussion of today. So, what's going on, Lola? How's everything? How's your day going?
Everything's been great.
Been great?
Everything's been awesome.
Anything new? Anything new in the world that you would like to share? It's your first time, ladies and gentlemen. First time.
It is. So put me on blast, huh?
A little bit. I mean, I gotta warm you up.
I've got a lot going on. You got to be a little more specific.
Okay. Well, how was your work? How was your work week?
Work is actually great. Being a part of healthcare is probably one of the most obliterating experiences that I've been able to enjoy. It's not something that everybody likes to talk about. It's not something everybody likes to purchase, but it is something that I really do enjoy offering to people. You know, being able to help others, you know, get the help that they need, get the help that they deserve, and mostly it's need. You know,
right.
Because you know, long story short, we all need healthcare, and most of us need it more than others.
Facts.
Those that are sickly, you know, I deal with a lot of sick individuals, a lot of people that are either on their last limb or on their first limb of finding out that, hey, I have, you know, a condition that's life-threatening. So it's something I get to enjoy, but also, you know, is an eye-opening experience every single day to kind of learn something new about people and people's suffering, and that, you know, my life isn't as bad as somebody else's.
Okay, that's what's up.
Appreciate life a little bit more.
That's what's up. And Miss Jillian is also in healthcare, which brings like this kind of full circle. So that's what's up. And we have another guest here, Mr. Jay. Jay, how's everything? How's everything going?
Pretty good, man. Just my last week of school was today.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's what's up.
Thank you.
That's what's up.
So in a few months, I'll be starting paramedics.
That's what's up.
More healthcare.
Also in the healthcare industry.
As well.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Saving lives and changing lives. That's what it's about.
And speaking about healthcare, shout out to Bonnie Bloom. That's my Aflac agent. She's the best.
That's what's up. And well, one thing I want to give the audience a little bit, not exactly like where you're from right now, but where like you're completely you live and grew up in a different region of South Florida. Even though we're all like in the Miami-Dade County area, Jay, I would actually say that, you know, you grew up actually in a different region that I would say that I grew up in. Like, I'm more of the county line back and forth between North Miami-Dade and South Broward. You actually grew up on the west side of Miami. So can you like give anybody that's not from Miami and just like a little insight into what like you experienced living on like the west side of Miami? So basically, like if this was like a main metropolitan area, you would be technically considered the west side.
Yeah, I would say so too. Yeah. I grew up when I moved here. I grew up in Overtown with my aunt.
Okay.
Afterwards, here in Miramar with my grandma for a bit, back and forth.
Okay.
Until my mom's came from Colombia after a year, you know. And growing up in West Miami is a completely different lifestyle than what it is up here in Broward, you know? Okay,
yeah, like the Opelika Hialeah experience. Like,
exactly.
a lot of people have not or cannot understand what that type of community is like. A lot of people can't even understand or imagine what that's like. So what I'm trying to explain to the people is that West Miami or Miami Lakes, Hialeah, West Opelika is mostly like centralized around the Latin community. A lot of Southern Americans, a lot of Caribbean Americans, you know, Cubans, Ecuadorians, Guatemalans, Colombians, you know, El Salvador, you know, it's just a makeup. Colombia, my bad, I can't forget about it. Oh, my bad, I had to make sure I had to get the peoples in there. And it's really a makeup of them all at this point.
Yeah.
Like after time, like the Peter Pan movement of the Cubans, you know, coming to South Florida, a lot of other people don't know that there was another migration during the 80s with a lot of the South Floridians, a lot of the South Americans to South Florida.
Yeah.
And like they are literally taking up the whole population of West Miami. So like how is it living among so many multi-cultures of South America or just the Latin community?
Good question. Yeah, it's a a great experience. First of all, you learn from every Latin American countries, their customs, and you understand their culture and understand where you come from. So you know exactly how to present yourself to someone else. Me being Colombian, going up to a Cuban is completely different. A lot of Colombians are, I would like to say, are growing up to be a little bit proper in our language, and then coming here to South Florida, we meet a lot of Cubans, a lot of Puerto Ricans, Dominicans.
We don't use no vosotros.
So then you start learning okay, Spanish is different all across the
the world.
The world, the Americas, and so you start to understand where people come from, and you start to appreciate where you're from and other people's cultures as well.
Okay, that's what's up. Especially the food, No, I have to mention this because
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah, because
them little empanadas y'all make with that green sauce.
Oh my God. Colombian empanadas are
Shout out to what the fuck is that place
You
called?
pancito
Los
de bolo.
Perros.
Yes.
Los Perros in Miami Lakes.
The shit.
Oh my
yes.
gosh, it's so good.
They always open till 4 or 5 in the morning. When you're out having a late night, you want some good food, you swing by Los Perros and they hook you up,
that's what's up. Yeah, and Los Verdes is
Los
another.
Verdes as well.
Is another. Boom. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And these are all Miami centralized,
businesses.
Established businesses. Yes.
Now also extended in Broward because there are a lot of Los Verdes in Broward now.
Yeah, they expanded.
Sunrise Plantation.
Really?
Cold Springs,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And I just want y'all to know because these are businesses that are have grassroots here in South Florida, coming from these Southern American countries after they have established themselves here, took in their cultures, created whole cuisine restaurants, and even more of just a dine-in situation, to where now it's an identity already. It's Colombian, Peruvian food, ceviche. You know what I'm saying? Very popular amongst the Peruvian community, and it's well established here in South Florida, and that's what gives it kind of the uniqueness of being here in South Florida that you won't experience nowhere else.
It's a mixing pot, melting pot.
Right. Because
That's a good explanation.
Especially Jose's been in New York. I've been in Chicago. There is you're not finding ceviche. I'm sorry.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You're not finding a salchipapa dish. You're not finding these kind of dishes in other areas that are majorly populated by the Latin community, but not as multicultural, not as diverse.
Yeah.
Okay. So
from what I experienced, also from Midwest to all the way to the West, a lot of Spanish influence. It's mostly Mexican. So
right.
A lot of people always confuse our food. One post from Only in Miami. Some white chick was down here and said she loved Miami, and she said she enjoyed the Mexican food in Miami. And everyone's like, oye, ¿qué está hablando, chica?
Right.
Everyone down here is Cuban. That's Cuban food, get your shit right.
Right.
But people come down here, no matter where they go, and they meet Hispanics, it's always to them Mexican food.
Right. And that's actually I don't even know how to explain it, not a fascination, but that's just I could say maybe a stereotype that really happens around the United States.
Yeah.
It's a generalization.
That all Latin food, or what I'm saying, and I can't chalk it up to the Taco Bells of the world or any franchise like that, or even Chipotle, because even though they're
disrespect,
even though those restaurants are iconic through the Mexican, American, Latin community, here in South Florida, they're actually not the dominant.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
It's gotta be defined. It's not Mexican food. It's
Mexican American.
Western food.
Right. And I would get that too. Yeah.
That's fucking American food.
Right.
That's all it is.
Right.
It's just American.
Well, that's why I
food.
said Mexican American, because we cross borders all the time. So especially with the whole food, the Tex-Mex. That's what I'm trying to say. The Tex-Mex experience is very popularized around the country. You know what I mean?
It's a lot of fucking Mexicans, man.
Right.
There's a lot of Mexicans.
I would chop up.
There's a whole bunch of Mexicans up there in Chicago.
Yeah, a big community. They overshadow the whole Puerto Rican population by tenfold.
But I would say down here it's more the Cuban, Puerto Rican, and a lot of people just have this stereotype that Spanish is Mexican, or orale vato. You hear that a lot.
Right.
But it's not. It's such a mix, especially here in South Florida. There's such a huge mix of different cultures. I mean, you have different. You go from one city or one block to the next, and it's Puerto Ricans, Peruvians, Colombians.
Exactly.
You know, you have your mix of people, but people stereotype South Florida so much based on what they see on television or what they hear from a friend or movies that they don't really see the culture. Like us down here, we have such an opportunity to be around so many different cultures. I love South Florida. I mean, as much as I say I want to leave here and experience other places, there is no place like South Florida where you get to meet the kind of people that you do, eat the food that you do. And I'm not talking about Tex-Mex. I'm not talking about Chipotle. I'm talking about when you go to the hood, when you go to the streets and you get the real Peruvian food, you get the real Colombian food, you get the real tamales and the people selling it on the streets. That's the real Miami. And that's what we're really, that's what people miss. They go out to these places wanting the experience, but if you just walk the streets in certain places, you get the experience.
Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
For sure.
Thank you for sharing. That was perfect. I couldn't say it better myself. Let's have a shot to that. That was beautiful.
Shots to that. Yes, definitely.
Hands it over, bitch.
Yeah,
I got it.
Okay.
The muscle man.
The big one.
I
That'll
got the
go.
muscle man.
What the fuck? Your shot's you.
It's
Cheers,
got my
motherfuckers.
shot has titties.
Cheers.
God bless you, bless God.
Oh, that was good.
Well, yeah,
I gotta put some hair on your chest.
piggybacking on that, what you said, Lola. Like Los Perros, I remember 15 years old living in Hialeah. They started off from a little cart pushing around midnight. Dude walking around making great bomb-ass Colombian hot dogs, you know?
Right.
And then now they got like 3-4 locations that I know of, you know?
Right.
I'm sure there's more here up in Broward, more in Dade, down by Kendall. But yeah, they started off with a little cart, you know, pushing around at midnight, going to different spots where people hang out, offering the Colombian hot dogs, and be like, oh, check this out. You know, these are Colombian hot dogs. This is how we do it.
Yeah, well, actually, not too far from here, dog. Speaking about Colombian hot dogs, there's a Colombian Venezuelan spot, west of Flamingo on Miramar Parkway. Dog, you go in there for the food. You're coming back for the bitches. That shit is
You're always
crazy.
coming back for the bitches. Listen.
No. These are Colombian and Venezuelan bitches.
Right.
They play no
It's a different feel.
They're serving you the hot dog with that authentic third world country ass shots. Them
Facts.
sit different than American ass shots. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. They sit different.
Yeah.
That shit looking crazy.
Oh yeah. Just like
real good hot dogs too, by the way. Real good hot dogs.
Just like the Flanagans that you took us out to.
By the way, really good.
Out west.
In Hialeah.
Yeah. The Flanagans in Hialeah was popping. Like that literally was like the chill spot. It was crazy.
And it was open so late.
Yeah.
We were there like, what time? Like 3?
Yeah.
3 in the morning. And they stay open till
And I'm
like
like,
6.
yeah, I'm like Flanagan.
Los Verdes,
Really?
yeah, but Los Verdes is the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Los
actually
Verdes is
started.
lit.
They started as well in a small food truck.
Exactly,
It wasn't a cart, but it was a food truck.
Yeah.
And they went from being a food truck to a franchise now because you can purchase a franchise.
Yeah.
You can be a part of their community, and they still implicate their authenticity, and that's what I like about Los Verdes. I love their food. Love their food. Shout out to Los
Follow that
Verdes.
structure, you know?
Right.
Keep it original.
Yeah, I like that they keep the traditional because a lot of times when you get the Americanized, franchise, you kind of change your recipe, you change the culture of the feel. When you go
He changed my life with the fucking. What is it? Not fucking Los Verdes. We were there one time.
Los Perros.
No, the shit at the place we went to at night with the
Los
Come on,
Perros.
no, with John.
On the curve.
No.
Where at? By my house?
Oh, I'm kidding. Yeah.
Los Perros.
Los Perros, yeah.
She's
What
still
the fuck?
hungover from that time.
No, and then we went to the food trucks in downtown Hollywood. I got one too.
I love that.
Oh fucking Jesus Christ! What's it called?
Food trucks in Hollywood's on Monday.
Which
You
one?
just get to
The
try a
fucking
little
thing
of
that we
everything.
had at Los Perros.
Oh, Los Perros. Okay, what you had, I remember, when we went right next door to that bar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, you guys had, I think it was a
What the
chicken
fuck is it?
quesadilla.
No, I didn't have a quesadilla.
I had a salchipapa.
Or you had the salchipapa, the empanadas.
Salty coffee.
You had, was it the super perro?
That's probably what it was. Yeah.
The
That
hot
shit,
dog? Yeah.
that shit was fire.
She said the
Sammy
salty
eats like a
poppy.
grown ass 5-year-old.
Hey, that's how
Yeah.
that's how I stay away from IBS and all the other fucking intestine
Oh my God,
infested.
yeah, that's
Maybe
it.
somebody can help me here because I think I'm losing my mind. It's in the same ilk. Or maybe somebody who listening could hit us up on Facebook or whatever, or on Instagram. But in the Marlins Park, You know what I'm saying? There is a hot dog called the South Beach dog. I had, you know what I'm saying? I had it a couple years, you know what I'm saying? You got to sit in the Diamond Club, you know what I'm saying, to get it. You feel me? So you try to get $10 seats, you ain't going to get shit. You going to get a Vienna sausage.
A South Beach
However, a South Beach dog, they take the bun. They butter the bun.
Okay.
Then they put it on the grill. Bam. It's a deal. They get the hot dog, I guess, the dog.
Right.
Bam. They put the motherfucking
intestines.
Oh, they put it todo. They get shredded buttholes, whatever, the whole 9 yards. But they put the little papita.
All right.
Then on top of that, then they put a pineapple marmalade. Then on top of that, they put the pink sauce on it.
So pretty much a Colombian hot dog.
That's a Colombian hot dog. That's exactly what that is. That's the first thing I'm thinking about. As soon as you said the pineapple and the pink sauce, that's it right there.
The thing is, I'm telling you, I've been to the Diamond Club again. So Derek Jeter, I need answers, man.
I need answers.
That was delicious. Delicious. And I haven't been able to find it since.
Okay.
So if anybody knows if they're still doing it, holla at your boy.
Marlins Stadium.
Marlins Park.
Marlins Park. My bad.
Don't disrespect Jeter, bro.
They're disrespecting David Beckham right now. We're not giving him his fucking stadium.
Hey, bro, I don't care nothing about David Beckham.
Oh,
you said we handled his people in 1776. He ain't gonna come over here imposing his will.
All right.
You feel me? Right. You want a stadium? Go to Fort Lauderdale. We don't want you in Dade County.
No, we don't want him in Broward either.
Go to Port St. Lucie. They got mad land over there.
Facts to that.
Oh, God.
And so now more into sports. We're still here watching the Game 6 of the NBA Finals.
It's a nail biter right here. 2 minutes and 8 seconds left in the third quarter. 85-82. You already know Steph Curry being disgusting.
Oh, no. He's slipping up.
Being disgusting.
2-on-1. They got to put the 2-on-1 on.
Right. No, but it's pressure.
They got to.
Look, this is a terrible jump ball.
They got it. Come on.
He was slapping that sitting down, bro. Like, what are you doing? We're only going to do a little bit of commentary until we get back into the field, but right now it's the last 2 minutes in the third quarter. Please bear with us. We are watching the game, so just please bear with us. And what I want to also get into, I mean, there are a lot of other things. We already talked about some things earlier this week in sports, but J-Dot has also brought to my attention that there are some more craziness going on in the sports world right now. That was just, unbeknownst to me and unbelievable to me as well.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if anybody follows sports, you know what I'm saying, and
sports news,
you know what I'm saying, and keep up with that shit. Y'all know that on Monday, Kevin Winslow Jr. was convicted. Yep. This motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, and to me, the crazy part about the whole situation is that his father is such an upstanding dude.
Hall of Famer.
You already know. His father's a guy that, you know, saying that parents would be like, man, I'd love for my kid, playing in the league to come out like him. And his son is a complete deranged psychopath. So he just got convicted of sexually assaulting and raping that homeless woman.
Really?
And then, he got a couple charges dismissed of him, like, jacking off in front of people.
Yep.
So, right now, you know what I'm saying, he's facing some crazy time. But now his teammates are coming out, his ex-teammate. And apparently this guy's been fucking weird as fuck his whole entire career. Like, nobody wanted to be in a hotel room with him because he would just order porn and just start jacking off. He didn't care who was there. He'd be at his locker room and just look at porn on a portable DVD player, just jacking off. His locker was two seats away from the entrance to the fucking locker room, dog.
What the
On airplanes. They said once smartphones came out, like he'd just be on his phone just jacking off on an airplane. During team meetings, jacking off during team meetings. Like, players would be begging, bro. Players would beg the owner, the GM, everybody. I do not want to be in the same hotel room with this motherfucker.
Holy shit, I didn't know
That's disgusting.
Like,
it's disgusting.
So, like, honestly, to me, because, like, whatever, the other 2 rape cases against him, they got dropped. Yeah. However, that first one that he did get convicted of, killed this motherfucker. And let's study his brain, because he must have more CTE than Aaron Hernandez. That's the only way I can even think about it. Because it doesn't make any sense. Because we know the way he was raised. We know the way he was raised.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was raised in a well household, by a Hall of Famer. An iconic man.
Because we talked about it earlier.
Right.
And I mean, you said he had a sex addiction. That's not a sex addiction, bro.
Yeah, I try to chop it.
That surpasses the level of a fucking sex
Yeah, I
addiction.
try to.
Yeah, that's an addiction. Moved on to a
Mental illness.
A mental illness.
Right.
Definitely.
And that CTE, it makes it even worse.
Right. And I didn't understand the gravity of it until it was fully explained to me.
Yeah.
I have to say I did chop it up to sexual addiction, and maybe if he would have seek therapeutic help instead of going off the deep end, maybe it could have been prevented. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. To make matters worse, those 2 rape cases that were dropped, they were 15 years apart. So this motherfucker been doing
consistently,
this
right?
It ain't something that he got
random.
he got a couple concussions and then he went crazy. He's been had a fucking problem.
Well, and not just that. Those are the ones he got caught.
Right.
15 years.
Right.
You're going to tell me you controlled yourself for 15 years? No, absolutely not.
I agree with you
You just got caught after 15 years, after the first one.
Yep.
So when it becomes consistent like that, it's no longer therapy needed. It's an illness. And
Right.
No, but what makes it worse is he'd stalk and prey homeless women. That's what makes it.
Not rich women, not mediocre.
I kind of chop it up a little similar to what happened with Darren Sharper.
Yeah.
We're talking about somebody worth over $100 million, and he would rape women, and it was over like 30 women that came out, something like that. It was something ridiculous that came out. It was like, yo, no, yeah, I'm talking to him in the club. Bomb. I go to his hotel room.
Right.
I passed the fuck out. I don't remember nothing, and I'm bleeding down there. My clothes is torn, and 1, 2, 3, like dog.
I'm sure there's more.
And this is another dude. So what are we gonna chalk it up to? It can't be that everybody who's doing this shit is completely crazy.
Right.
No, absolutely not.
And the NFL is what I'm saying.
It's all about choice.
What I'm saying is there a correlation between that and the CTE? Because
Right.
we see what happened with Aaron Hernandez. Aaron Hernandez signed a $20 million contract. What he did? Killed 3 more motherfuckers.
Yep.
And I heard rumors at UF. I was around UF at that time. I heard rumors about that motherfucker. I steered clear of him when I was out there at UF.
Yeah.
Right. Like he used to keep a pistol on him, like with no pressure.
A dude stepped on his shoe at the club. Nobody. He was never seen since after he stepped on his shoe at the club. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah, I saw.
My wife went to UF at the time.
Really?
When he was there, when the Pouncey brothers were there, when Tim Tebow was there, crazy.
No shit.
And she was a witness of how they got treated and how their entitlement went beyond. They would show up to class late. She would tell me one of the Pouncey twins. He would show up to class late. The teacher, instructor, would keep the doors locked. No one's coming in. He'll bang on the door.
Right.
He'll open it. Oh, it's the Pouncey twins.
You gotta let him in.
Gotta let him in. You know.
Whoa,
Now you gotta talk to Urban Meyer, head coach, known worldwide. I'm sure.
Right.
You know?
Getting that
In
check.
that situation, hold on. In that situation, I'm keeping it bug with you. Motherfuck every teacher who actually grades star-studded athletes. Like these, you know what? At the end of the day, bro, the millions and millions upon millions of dollars that these kids is bringing into that school, they're just being used for their body regardless.
Exactly.
Like fuck any teacher, and not even just college and universities. Fuck high school teachers and all that shit.
I was one of them.
If you an athlete, you have a gift, and guess what? I don't give a fuck if you can't read the motherfucking bottle I'm drinking right now. Guess what? Hey, you raw as fuck. You might make it to the league. Hey, pass the motherfucker, man. Don't be mad. What I take that as is they're mad that they didn't have no athletic skill, so they want to take it out on the poor kid.
Yep.
Fuck that. Give them the special treatment. Goddamn it, they deserve it. They work harder than anybody else in that goddamn school.
Yep.
You feel me?
Facts.
Because you still gotta come to class. Whether you're cheating on somebody or not, you still gotta be up to copy the notes. It don't matter. You're still working hard without working.
Right.
Without, you know what I'm saying? And then you want to fucking take away all the records that they take. You know, if they find out any improprieties, fuck that bullshit, man. The NCAA, man, you already know what I'm about to say to that. Hashtag fuck them.
True. And that's just like where I don't know. This doesn't exactly chalk up to what we were talking about, but I'm talking about wrongs done by the NCAA and the colleges, like with Ricky Williams when they tried to take away his Heisman for smoking weed. Now that weed's becoming legalized across the country, I don't know if that is exactly a point to be overturned or brought up again to regain his Heisman. I don't know if he ever turned it in. I mean, I know he said he was going to keep it regardless.
He earned it.
Right. Well, of course he did, but I don't know how that's going to go down in the record books now that it's being legalized, and how it's going to work in professional sports, even at the college level.
I just know, like, through modern times, you know, especially now in the 21st century, we see marijuana as medicinal purpose, you know?
Right.
We know it's a medicine. We
Right.
know, it can fuck you up, you know?
But it's
At
a
the same
medicine
time,
as well.
It's medicinal as well. You know?
Oh no, it's medicine.
Exactly.
It is medicine.
I got my license in the state of Florida.
Oh, it is
you know?
medicine. It's.
I was
and the
on the
reason
Miami Herald on the cover. Veteran Jonathan Martinez Leguizamon smokes weed, pretty much. You know, put my name out there. You Google me.
Like
you're gonna see
420, 420 all day. I get
All day,
that.
yeah.
No, and I'm fully supportive of medicinal marijuana because of the fact that it's changed the whole course of my mother's terminal illness.
Oh, of course.
So it brought a whole new light to my, you know, I guess you could say wishful thinking, as you call it, but it became no more wishful thinking. It's a light of hope,
Right?
Because it really does. It has proven to kill cancer cells, and not only is she using, obviously not change. Not that they're smoking a blunt, but you know, with the oils and the pills and the CBD and even the oils under your tongue, the whether it be the cartridges that you're smoking, whether it be the actual pills themselves. You know, it really does change.
I took them all.
It really does, but it really does change lives. It really does, especially for those individuals that need it.
Exactly.
You know, I've seen multiple cases, not just my mother, where medicinal marijuana has changed their whole life. I mean, you've seen kids with autism go from having, you know, not being able to say anything to having full conversations. You know, kids that can't walk take their first 2 steps. You know, so it's definitely something that, you know, a lot of people use it now to their advantage. Oh, weed is legal. You know, weed is medicinal. It's a plant. It grows from the ground. Yeah, that's all gravy. I mean, listen, we smoke. I smoke. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's a different way. You smoke it through a wrap, and then you're smoking it straight through the oil, straight coming from the plant. It's completely different. It's a whole different. It's a different body experience. It's also different for your body. It can be bad for you in a lot of ways. People that are smoking wax, people that are smoking, you know, blunts. The blunt wrap itself is no good. You know, so at the end of the day, it can be harmful and it can be helpful depending on how you use it.
No, exactly. And that's why we want to give a big shout out to Nevada, because starting next year, they're going to make it illegal for employers to even drug test for weed.
I'm looking forward to it.
Which just should be done. Because we got updated technology. And what they need to do is, there's no reason why anybody should be scared in a state where it's legal to lose your job because you got injured today because you smoked weed 3 days ago. It doesn't make any sense. Because if I get injured today, then I'm going to be like, oh, well, you were drinking a beer 2 days ago. You see what I'm saying? And they have the technology for it because California's using it. It's a breathalyzer. And because to me it's the best thing, because it lets you know if you smoke within the last 5 hours. Because at the end of the day, you smoke a split, it don't matter how much of a rookie you are. You ain't gonna be high as hell in 5 hours. If you're a super rookie and you want to be smoking them cookies, shout out, yeah. I ain't gonna say no names. But you know what I'm saying, you smoking that, guess what? The reason why you can't get rope, because you're going to be sleeping. You see what I'm saying? It's a win-win. If you have to clear.
Less traffic on the freeway because of 420.
Hey, I'm going to tell you one thing. 420 is my favorite day to just drive around, because ain't nobody on the road. Everybody's smoking weed in this motherfucker like it's illegal, dog. I love it. I'm just on the road with my sober ass, just,
No, and then Illinois, also to that fact, has also made weed recreational.
Oh yeah, they'll start. It's gonna go kick in next year too.
Yeah.
They criminalize it though, that people with past prior.
Well, yes, they actually dropped 770,000 previous cases have all been come to account to be all dropped on the account of decriminalization of weed.
You know?
770,000?
Yes.
Cases of what? People that are getting
previous cases and cases that are in progress right now.
People got banned for just from herb.
But
that's not counting like large distributions, though.
To that extent, I did not read the full article, so you're quizzing me at this point.
But realistically, the distribution of marijuana outside of it being legal is illegal. Period. It doesn't matter on what federal law states that. Excuse me. Federal law states that if you don't have a license, if you're not doing it from a dispensary, you are doing it illegal. It does not matter, regardless. That's why I said it can be good and it can be bad, because people use the law that it's legal. No, what they're doing is they're taxing on it. Now that they realize that nobody can It's not like cocaine, and it's not like Molly's, and it's not like ecstasy, where it's not something that is actually, going to help somebody.
Yeah.
Right.
Now they're just taxing on it. You want to have your license, you got to pay for it.
Yep.
Period.
Yearly.
It's the exact same thing. Whatever goddamn substance. If you
Alcohol.
go to the Aaron C show, guess how quick you're gonna get banned if they see you selling Coronas for $3 a bottle. You're gonna get banned. It's the exact same thing.
Right.
If you sell Lucy's,
You're going to get banned, but you're not going to go to jail.
Oh, no, you went to jail.
well, shit, look what happened to Aaron Gordon. He sold a
maybe
Lucy, he
you're
got
right.
choked out to death.
Damn.
I'd rather go to jail than get choked out to death. But the reason remains the same. The reason behind the criminalization remains the same. Taxation. They want their money.
Right.
You
Even
know what I'm saying?
moonshiners, like I don't know if I was able to.
That ain't no real moonshine that they be selling in Tennessee, dog. They lied. I had real
Oh, of course.
moonshine.
Oh, of course. No.
Like the shit that they
That's
market,
real shit,
but
yeah.
the shit that they market as moonshine, that come in the
No,
car and look real
it's
good,
not.
that hipster moonshine, that ain't real moonshine.
That's commercial.
No, I'm talking about.
super
No,
commercial.
I'm
I
talking
have
about.
real moonshine. Trust me,
Same
you
here.
don't want no more than half a sip
Oh,
of
yeah.
that bitch.
Right.
That's
No,
right.
the shit that make you go blind. Yeah.
Moonshine will give me heartburn like a mother. I get heartburn for anything.
But yeah, going back from what you were talking about, Ricky Williams, just because of marijuana, he's not going to be looked at differently because of it,
Right.
It's because nowadays we're an accepting community, we accept a lot of stuff,
Right, but I'm saying as far as along with the decriminalization, are some of these awards going to be re-acknowledged? Like Michael Phelps, that's another one I'm just thinking about right now.
Yeah.
Superstar.
Is Michael Phelps going to get back all his medals?
He did. They didn't take him away. He has them.
Okay, well, I haven't followed up on it,
Okay,
but
well, that's the answer to that.
well, no, because there was a case
That's a
where
very important question.
it went under
Yeah, 'cause the video,
investigation
I think it was a
I'm
video
sorry,
or a
I'm
picture
sorry.
that surfaced
For
up
what?
about that.
for
Smoking weed.
Remember when he's
He was
supposed to be
smoking
in?
weed.
Remember, and it
Yeah.
came out and
He
was
was
like,
smoking
oh
at
my
a
god.
big boy ball.
Yeah.
He was over there.
Like,
That
he's
big
down
center
there, he's
football.
fucking
Right.
fine,
No, but that's a
whatever.
very important. Now you're right, because you got to think about it. You got to see the way the government is going to react to a Caucasian smoking weed.
Right.
Because if
Yeah.
you see that they treat a Caucasian bad, guess what?
expect for everybody else,
You ain't
right?
never gonna get your goddamn Heisman back.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. There's Heisman's on the line. There's Olympic medals on the line.
Yeah.
There's multiple things, multiple accolades that are on the line for some people that should be reorganized to be, made back official.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a difference, though, between a white champion Olympic and then a white boy from Weston that gets stopped by a cop.
Right.
It's completely different.
No, of course.
Because Michael Phelps is hated by many and loved by many.
Right.
So
Insane.
there are people that are going to criticize him for that because not only is he famous and it's a publicity stunt,
Right.
but it's also because he has to be made an example because it was out in public.
Right.
That's just what it is. But the average white boy in Weston that gets caught with a bong and a blunt is going to get sent home on his way,
Right.
while the
Right.
black boy in Weston gets roped, slammed down, and beaten to death because he had 1 gram of weed on him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it really is all circumstantial to who you are in society. Because I felt a lot of that was because not only was he caught on camera and it was put out in public, there had to be some type of consequence.
Right.
There was that couldn't go unseen
Oh,
and
yeah.
unpunished.
Why?
Right.
Why?
Understood. But
why?
nobody could just turn a blind eye to that.
why?
Unlike in society now, people are turning
why?
blind eyes on every day.
Why? Why should there be consequences? He's just smoking some goddamn.
Now,
I'm not saying there should be.
now,
I'm not saying. I'm not
This
saying.
wasn't the case.
I'm not saying there should
I
be.
understand. You said
At
there had
the
to be
time when it
consequences.
happened,
But why?
weed
It doesn't
wasn't
matter
legal the
when
way
you
that
have
it was.
One at a time.
Legality should be based upon if I'm doing something that infringes upon anybody else in here.
Yeah.
Anything I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? Bob, that should be something illegal. Like I'm over like, nah, you ain't gonna do this. You ain't gonna do this. That's different. If I do something, I'm just like, man, you know what, man?
But celebrities, it's
But you
different.
understand what I'm saying? In terms of
Celebrities
why?
are different.
This
Yeah.
is more of a moral
Period.
question in terms of just a celebrity question.
Right.
If you're not bothering anybody, you know what I'm saying?
But it doesn't matter when you're a celebrity. If it's out in public, you're either going to get criticized, or you're going to get publicized, or you're going to get reprimanded. It is more than what the average, because you are a icon. You are a socially accepted. You're in the public eye.
Well, people need to start raising their children. And
You're
stop letting-
absolutely
and
right.
stop
I don't
letting
agree with you.
celebrities
I
raise their
don't
children.
not agree
Exactly.
with you.
But they have to make an example.
That is the main. No, but that is the main problem.
But
Parents
he's an
no longer
example.
raise their children.
Right, but you have to make an example of what happens to, with celebrities and famous people. If they don't reprimand them in the way that the public is going to see fit, people are going to lose their shit. They're in the public eye. They have to do something because if they do nothing, you know how much flack they're going to get for that? They literally have to.
Charles Barkley said the best thing I ever heard in my life after he threw a disrespectful fan through a window in Barcelona in '92. He said, "I'm not a goddamn role model. I'm a basketball player. Raise your own goddamn kids."
Facts.
And that's the truest shit ever.
That is the best shit on earth.
But it doesn't fucking work like that most of the time.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry for anybody that has the opportunity to have an influence in the world. If you feel like, well, you know what, I'm not someone's role model, then you know what, maybe you should really reevaluate yourself. That's the way I feel. You are. Whether you want to or not, you have to accept the fact that when you take the public eye, when you are famous, when you're a singer, you're a rapper, you're a basketball player, whatever you are, that you're influential. You have to. I'm sorry, if I could be influential, I would be. You know, I unfortunately right now it's not in my time, but there are people that would die and kill to be in the spot that you're in to make a difference. And even if you don't care about making a difference, just do the right thing. Because the right is right and wrong is wrong. Period. End of story. That's the way I was taught. It's black or white. Doesn't matter whether you're me, you, a celebrity, you know, the next person, the Queen of England. You know, we all have a role that we play. Now, some of us play a bigger role than others. But if you have the opportunity to make a difference, just be a little more conscious of the things you do and the way that you act, because kids do follow in your footsteps, whether you want them to or not. And that's just facts.
And it's on a small scale.
It's a responsibility that you have to. I mean, you don't have to accept it, but it's a responsibility you should accept when you take that role as a celebrity or an athlete. I mean, isn't that part of the whole reason you became what you are? Maybe not to be a role model, but to be seen. You know you're being watched. You know that people are either following you or disagreeing with you, whatever it may be. But at the end of the day, you can't just be ignorant and say, "Oh, well, I'm not your role model, so find your." No, that's not how the world works, and we all know that's not how the world works. That's just ignorance. That's just ignorance.
And although it's not, it's not celebrities, responsibility to, raise your kids and be a role model for their kids, but it's gonna happen regardless.
Period.
Even if you're one person's role model.
You're still somebody's
You're
role
influencing somebody.
Absolutely.
And you're famous, you're making millions of dollars, you're in the spotlight, you got all these perks. You can't just be a decent fucking person too. And just like you said, exemplify right from wrong and show kids,
just right from wrong. That's a simple thing.
Just because I'm famous doesn't mean that I have to be a piece of shit or irresponsible or any of these things. Like be a decent person at the same time. You do so much more good that way. Fuck your millions of dollars. If you're a piece of shit, you're just a piece of shit with $1 million.
Exactly.
There's no fucking difference.
Agreed.
Facts.
Una de la salsa.
and that was our special from the ladies' corner. Just
ladies' corner.
And thank you, ladies. There was no ridicule. That was all honors. All honors to the movement that you guys are preaching about, because it should be part of our future, part of our normal lives, that we produce ourselves as not only as Americans but as human beings. You know what I mean? Like not only are we considered. I'm not saying that we are. We're considered role models of the world as Americans, but we should be role models to ourselves and to our future as human beings.
Yeah, for sure.
Completely agree.
For sure.
And as we're saying now, as we're going along, we still have the NBA Finals. We're in the final minutes. We're probably like in the last.
No, but this is a great
last
commercial.
7 minutes ago. We're literally on.
This is a really great commercial. I don't know what commercial this is, but I'm trying to wait to figure it out.
Totally irrelevant.
It's a Google commercial, but that's a great commercial. I like that.
J-Rock getting nice little check off this. Nice record. I would have been a big J-Rock fan, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Last album was pretty hard, you know what I'm saying? So I fuck with it, you know what I'm saying?
And Jay.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, like, there's responsibilities that come in roles that you take, even if you don't want it. You're gonna be a superstar athlete. There's responsibilities that come along with it. Just like if you're fucking. All right, you guys get pregnant. You got
a responsibility.
Now you have responsibilities. You guys weren't looking for it, but it happened.
Well,
accidents happen.
In Alabama, you definitely got the kid.
True.
How about Alabama just passing the law that for the sexual predators that they're all going to be chemically castrated?
Yeah.
I 1,000 agree with that.
1,000%
1,000.
Although it's not going to take away the fact that they rape somebody because the castration will come after the damage is already done.
Yeah.
But it's a step in the right direction.
It is, and now
It's something versus nothing.
now
I'm sorry, but that's better than what's going on right now. People are getting
100%.
let off the hook for it completely
Yeah.
in certain states.
and I have to agree to an extent, and I'm going to call it the technical foul, the timeout right now, because the first question I'm going to ask towards that. Now, when we say chemically castrated, do we only mean men, or are we also including women in that as well?
They said
Well,
all.
okay, all, but is that all men or all women? That's my first question. Second,
Well, they didn't
sex.
specify
all
sex.
sexes.
Okay.
So all.
So if you
Okay.
fall into that category,
Then you are
Yeah.
gonna
Okay.
get that.
Now listen. I would like to understand what the female chemical castration consists of. Are they melting the pussy closed? Are they?
No.
Castration is taking away the sexual,
The
pleasure, because like for
Is it
men
the
it
organ or
would be
the-
the balls.
Okay.
For men, it would be the balls. It's like neutering your dog.
Okay.
It's the same
Balls and
thing.
dick.
And then
That's what I thought it was
when you castrate a female animal or a person, it would be basically cutting off all sexual feeling in your clitoris. That's
Okay.
really what it comes down to.
Okay.
Burning the clitoris.
But are they also removing the uterus?
Yes,
as well?
where you are not able to have children.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as a man.
Yeah.
I'm asking.
So for
That-
me
You
to
lose
not-
all rights to not only have sexual pleasure but to create
But
life.
to also
Okay.
reproduce, right?
I'm just making sure that's
Yes.
a clear
Oh,
across
we are-
the spectrum.
we are
on
making
both
that
I
sides.
read it.
So we're going back in time.
I read that as well, yeah.
We're gonna turn them into eunuchs and shit like that.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
that's what we're really
Okay.
going to create. I just wanted to make sure that was clear on both sides of the front.
No, yeah, because I didn't understand. Like, what are they gonna do? Just gonna pour acid on your dick?
No.
Well, back in the day.
No, they'll cut. They cut
that shit off.
cut your testicles off. That's all.
But it's a chemical.
It's like walking.
Right.
Chemical castration instead of
it's
it actually
vasectomy.
physically. Right. It's exactly.
vasectomy.
Okay, like I assume it was just like an injection or some shit.
Well,
No.
basically, but they could do the same thing.
What's your take on this?
Now,
You
now
were
hold
about
on.
to say something.
No, the only thing I was
I
gonna,
saw it. He's
Go
like
ahead.
waiting.
the only thing I was gonna say first was is it up for both sexes, and the second question is this chemically castration? It obviously cannot be immediately because there are appeals. There are. Hold on. There are appeals. I'm not. Listen. I'm not.
If you
I am
are
not defending
convicted.
child molestation.
If you are convicted.
Right, but even convictions are
convicted
overturned.
and found guilty.
No,
on that.
exactly.
Right, but even if you're found guilty, you can still go
I'm
for an
sure they
appeal.
have-
It does
they
not
would have,
matter
like,
though.
hard
There has
evidence.
to be.
There's an appealing
Right.
process for everybody.
But there's
You know, we have to-
probably.
More shots?
We have to.
I'd like my titty shot, please.
All right, so in that situation,
Yeah,
all right,
same.
that actually brings me to a very good subject.
Real quick, hold on. I believe
in.
in Hammurabi's code. You know,
An eye for
eye
an
for an
eye.
eye. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Well, right, but men are what, going to get butt raped, and then women are going to get butt raped? I don't know what
They're
you're...
gonna take away their
Stop.
pleasure.
It's not
Like,
funny.
I know it's not funny.
No, they take away, and again, just to go back to what women castration is,
Yeah.
it is not just taking
Still
away
happens in a lot of
the
countries nowadays, actually.
exactly, and it's not just about taking away the ability to have children, but it's taking away the ability to have an orgasm, that G spot,
Okay.
the pleasure. There is a surgery, and well, going back in the days when it wasn't a surgery and it was just torment,
Right.
and if you read up anything about it, back in the days, they would take a knife and just slit your clit going up,
Yeah.
which it would kill the G-spot, which is going up inside to the clitoris.
Right.
So that's basically, it's the scientific and the doctorate way of doing it. You know, not that it's something, because here's my thing. I just feel like whether you call it an illness, whether you call it a moment of weakness, whatever excuse you use to rape and take advantage of a child, and whether it be molesting, whether it be rape, and this comes from a very, very, very real place in my personal past.
Yeah.
If you have the ability to do that, I feel like you should have the right taken from you, because
Okay.
it is a
100%.
conscious choice
Right.
that you can have sex, you can be with anyone physically, but to a child, to someone that doesn't have a right or a say-so, or even the legal right to say yes. You know, that to me is just, you're just, not saying you're not a person, because I can't say that, but the type of person you are doesn't deserve to have that sexual pleasure.
Yeah. I agree.
If that's where you have to...
I forgot about... That's a big part of that.
Oh, absolutely.
It's child.
Children. We're talking about children. We're not talking about just rape in general. We're talking about child.
I got another question for you, because the way that the law distributed is, if you're 15 years old and you with a girl who's 13,
statutory,
you're technically a rapist.
If you're if you are 15 as a man and you're with a 13-year-old,
yeah, it's it.
In what states? I mean,
in the state
really?
of Florida. In the state of Florida.
That's crazy. I mean, that would be.
Well,
again, that this law isn't in. But then again. But then again, this law isn't in Florida. But this law is not in Florida.
One at a time.
No, but just talking in general. Right. Because now we're going just based off man-made law. Like you don't need man-made laws to be like, hey, you fucking weirdo, why the fuck are you looking at a child? Like
right.
There's certain shit that it's just like, dog, how the fuck are you looking at a
Well, we're
kid?
talking about the laws and what now they're putting in place. Correct. Instead of just being locked up, or instead of, because a lot of people said the death penalty, and in a lot of states were like, no, like you don't deserve to die just because you molested or raped a child, which I mean, listen, I have my own opinions on that, but to go forward for what a punishment would be to actually continue living. I mean, realistically, we all feed off one thing: sexual pleasure. We all feed off the ability to recreate. That's part of our genetic. That's part of our genetic being. So you take that away from someone, and I truly believe that's the worst thing that you can possibly go through.
It's almost
as
like
a human.
It's almost like that episode of White Christmas. I mean, not White Christmas. Like that episode of Black Mirror, White Christmas, that you had me revisit the other day. No.
What was it about?
It's about a man that his consciousness was taken to make a copy of and used against him in a court of law to find him guilty of child molestation and child and murder.
Was it the one with the teenager?
No.
No.
You didn't molest that kid, bro.
Right
Oh, the kid. No.
You didn't molest the kid.
Oh, the murder.
He killed his ex-girlfriend's
dad and the daughter. The daughter ran outside and also died.
Technically, yeah. But he didn't kill the daughter.
Right.
The daughter just died because it happened to be a blizzard outside, and she walked outside after he killed the grandfather.
Right, but he's still charged for that crime. So he's charged for these double murders. I'm sorry, not child molestation. He's charged for these double murders, but he's already convicted of life. But they can't prove that he did it. So what they did was they injected a man to his copied consciousness to investigate him, and through the copied consciousness investigation,
sounds familiar,
they found out that he actually did commit the crime. Go ahead.
But it wrote for Madman, isn't it?
John Hamm.
Okay, yeah, I remember that episode.
And so
I'm sorry, but it's like I wanted to do something where we like cut it because like we spoiled the whole ending, and dog, that episode is just so raw.
No, I know.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like we gotta find a way to freak it. So we can like re-edit it. Dog, like that episode, like I made him watch that whole episode.
No, he did.
We gotta watch this episode.
He did.
I was so pissed when Travis would shut the fuck up.
And so
T to the Rab, shout out my dog.
Shout out T to the Rab. And with the end of the episode, basically, the man that was previously found to be charged with rape, he now was able to be released, but only on the sanction of he could not be viewed by anyone and he cannot view anyone. So, and he was also identified as a red icon.
John Hamm.
Yep.
Basically, what happened was he didn't rape anybody. He was like a pickup coach.
Yeah.
So in that timeline, everybody has augmented vision. So pretty much, I could log into your internal
vision
server, and I see everything that you're seeing. So boom, I'm telling you, boom, if I see you talking to her,
isn't that a movie?
No, Black Mirror episode.
The show.
So basically, like,
it's like a movie.
They have another movie.
If I look at her, you'll be able to see what I'm looking around. You tell me, hey, do this, do that. So that's what happened. The bitch ended up like doing a double suicide. She killed him and then like killed herself because she was hearing voices. And she thought he was hearing voices, but really he was like literally talking to motherfuckers in his head, like literally.
He was linked in.
He got set up because what he was doing is like mad illegal. And he didn't tell nobody about what happened. So he did. So he got him to snitch. He got the other dude to confess. Because his previous job, his real job, aside from me to pick up on to the side, is he used to take your consciousness, get a copy of it, and put it in a chip. And basically, your consciousness already knows everything you like.
I remember
does
that.
anything like that.
Right.
So then he became basically a sexual offender because he saw so many things happen and blah, blah, blah. So he was blocked. And by being blocked by everybody, he literally cannot communicate with any single person in the entire world, which is like the craziest thing.
And the one controversial thing I did come up with that whole video was like, how would he be able to live? Like he has to communicate with like vendors and stuff, and like people that and people that sell products. So like it made a great concept, but it was like we're missing a couple spots. but the purpose got across very well. The purpose was put across very well. Black Mirror. If you haven't checked it out, please go check it out. We are not sponsored by Netflix. This is literally just a gift off of us to you. Yep. And now, just to put a pause, we are having a great conversation. Thank you guys for joining us. We are having a great conversation, but as well as we are filming this, we are also watching the game, and we are in the last 2.5 minutes. We could take a shot. Boom.
Take a shot to the last 2.5 minutes of Toronto whooping ass.
Game 6.
Golden State.
Up 106 to 102.
Y'all just be very careful
Salud.
on top of the electronic equipment. God bless and bless God.
Salud.
Heartburn. Oh my Jesus. Oh my Jesus.
Alright, so everybody, just to let you know, we are in the last, not 2 minutes of the show, last 2 minutes of the game, and we are going to be having this discussion as well as watching the end of the game. It is 108 to 105 Toronto in the lead. We have some Toronto fans in the house. Some, I don't know if they're bandwagoners or not, so please bear with us.
Bandwagoners?
I'm just saying, I'm not a Golden State fan. I'm not a Toronto fan, as I said before. I am a Miami Heat fan, but I am going for the underdog since this will be Toronto's first championship of the whole franchise. So I am kind of giving them the underdog role. KD is out right now after a torn meniscus or Achilles. Torn Achilles. See, thank you guys.
Actually, the
Toronto
story is going to be Boogie Cousins.
My best friend's in
Boogie
Toronto.
Cousins
Shout out.
got injured. Couldn't get the Supermax when he was over there with the Kings. Signed with the Warriors, and by the looks of it, he ain't even going to get a ring. Everything was futile. It's crazy.
I mean, but
I feel bad for Boogie, man. I feel bad for Boogie.
Listen,
Boogie last of a dying breed, bro.
And I would say that and agree with you.
Split you on the court.
Yes.
So, you know,
he's a real gangster.
Zach Randolph is not old. You know what I'm saying? Zach Randolph is old now. Zach Randolph gone, man.
Right.
Ain't nobody else left that'll be like, okay, you want to play? Hit him with the
Right. I don't think so. Hey, Vince Carter's still playing.
Come on, though.
I know he's retired. And shout out to Vince Carter, man.
Next year was last year.
You're still the Mr. eBay, bro. I mean East Bay. You're still the dunk.
Yeah. I'm so disappointed. Back when I was a jit, when those Nike shots came out, I went to the store, right? So like you lift it up on the display, and bang. The commercial. I said, damn, lit. I said, yo, let me get this size. Bam, I put them on, and I'm walking.
Ain't no boing. Yeah, no boing.
Okay, hold on. Bam, I get into a squat. Bam, I jump. Nothing. So man, they bamboozled your boy. Boing.
At 10 years old. Yeah.
He wanted to go boing.
He wanted the boing.
You know what shoes I really liked was those. Oh my god, I just had a brain fart. Those, the ones with the wheels in the back.
The Hot Wheels?
The
Heelys.
Oh my god, I busted my ass.
There go Boogie right there. Alright, we're in the last minute 30, people. Please bear with us. We're gonna try to hold this
seconds
with 5 fucking fouls. Every time he get nervous, every time it's crunch time, he get nervous. He just starts slapping people. Off the fucking court.
No, get that shit!
Come on, dog.
Oh my god!
That was just dumb.
That was just dumb.
2-on-1 with Curry.
No, they can't make. No.
Yep.
If they make a 3-point, then they're good. But now time's gonna run out.
We're in the last 50 seconds. They're still under.
By fucking 1.
45 seconds.
43 seconds.
Now the problem is you already know what's about to happen. They don't draw no play. Pass it to Kawhi right there at the top.
Okay. We have a timeout.
Double team, dog.
Toronto with a timeout.
We have a timeout. Everybody, please bear with us. If you are watching the game as well, I mean, thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us, watching this after the game. This is always a great experience, man. And to everybody, we're gonna, after the game, we'll do some closing comments. But I really do appreciate you guys coming through. You guys are all great friends. You guys always hang out, but it's great to have you guys on camera actually sharing.
I'm the best of friend, though.
There you go. Best of friend. There you go.
Look, hey, I'm not gonna lie. For both of the motherfuckers being on the first time, they have very good presence on the microphone.
Very well.
Very good
I appreciate that.
No, both of y'all. I ain't just complimenting you. Leave it to a woman. The woman always gonna try to take off the
our cherry tonight.
I'm gonna give them both compliments. They'll be like, yes, I know.
Yeah, she hit you with the me too.
This microphone tonight, baby.
He said y'all are both very well. Me too.
You have way too much presence.
Okay, that's cool.
I had to do you one time, Jose.
It's all right. No, it's all in good and fun, and this is what this show is all about. And you can catch us every week. I'm trying to make it every week, people. Believe me, it's a lot of editing to do. You can catch us every week at the Inebriated Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, VO. You can catch us on all social media. Twitter, we have a Twitter. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment.
I didn't even know we had a Twitter.
We got a Twitter. It's low key. It's like
crazy.
It's like
I don't even follow this shit.
No, I don't.
Follow this shit. I don't even follow.
Bro, I made it to make it because I didn't want to make a Tumblr. Like Tumblr's like not my thing.
Honestly, I can't wait till all the Tumblr
We are in the last 30 seconds of the game.
The Tumblr refugees that came to Twitter, y'all completely ruined it.
No, they already went back.
No, they better go back quicker.
That's it.
All right.
Hey,
Hold on.
It's a lot of time left.
A lot of time. Hold on. One play. One play. It's all right.
Oh yeah, I'm talking shit looking at you.
Oh, come on.
Oh, the foul? No. Travel.
That's Curry for you.
All right, it's fine. 2 points. Fuck it. All right, it's Toronto, 111, Golden State.
Yeah, Golden State.
18.5
Golden
seconds.
sauce?
To 108. Toronto, 111, Golden State, 108. We got Steph Curry at the free throw line, and we're going to see what happens.
4.
Using his...
Oh, no, he's not going to miss, but they're still going to be down by 1.
Final 52
He
for
totally
55.
fucking did that shit on purpose.
Yeah.
52 for 55?
Yeah, obviously.
Come on, man.
Yeah, he-
Come on,
55.
He like tripped.
He's not going to miss.
That didn't make no damn sense.
Of course he did.
52,
He's like,
55.
oh, look at him fake.
that was his signature
Fake.
move.
Kneecap the kneecap, man. Come on.
It's a Steph Curry original. Come on.
Let's go have it a Sammy ass. He try to play me, dog.
Ooh.
He says everything he gonna dribble.
I am going to bust that
He going
ass.
straight down, man.
18 seconds. Fuck y'all.
It's all in money
Sammy
making
crazy.
scheme anyway, guys.
There you go.
I got
Timeout.
Timeout. 18 seconds left.
Last time out
This is
for
the longest
Toronto.
37 seconds of my entire
Dog,
life.
get 18 seconds left. Tell Kawhi to run his ass closer.
Right.
Just throw him the ball and that's it. Throw the ball. What they gonna do? They gonna want to foul him.
They're gonna double team them. They're gonna double
It's
team
18
them.
seconds left.
No, I don't think they got.
it.
I don't think they
All
have
you
no
gotta
times to
do
give
is
them.
all you gotta.
Yeah.
They both in the bonus. They both in the bonus.
Okay.
All you gotta do. You got 8 seconds to get the fuck out the backcourt. That's all
Right.
you gotta do. That's what I'm saying. Pass the ball to that motherfucker. Van Vliet come round on the other side and fuaga. Tá tudo dentro.
Why aren't you a basketball player?
And no, this is a basketball coach.
Because you know my height. See, the viewers don't know my height. The viewers don't know my height. So I can say, you know what I'm saying? When I put 3 Dr. Scholl's in my boots, you feel me?
He'll be on the court.
I'm at least
6'3".
none of your business. I got chancletas on right now. I'm really none of y'all motherfuckers.
Yeah,
business.
with no socks.
My toes are immaculate.
You do have nice feet for a man.
I appreciate.
I appreciate it. And we are in the last seconds of the game. People, please bear with us. This is a great show. I mean, this is a great episode. Thank you for all my guests today. Thank you for Jay.
Everybody doing the damn thing like beavers. Shout out my dog Jay in the building.
Yes, sir.
Park's good. Shout out to Jay Ferrari.
Boom.
You know what I'm saying? Like F50 Ferrari.
Facts.
You know the bill.
And Miss Lola,
the worst driver in the world. Cause dog, you blood that whole motherfucking.
Excuse me?
I'm just
the
saying.
way I park is I'm pulled up.
Shout out to Drake from Toronto.
Wait, Kawhi with the ball.
With that little ass car you got.
Kyle Murray. Wait. Oh!
That's what happens. Look at that. Look at that.
They lost the ball.
That's what happened, dog. Danny Green, you
Toronto
gotta
lost
5.6 seconds left.
It's Kyle Lowry's fault. If they lose right now, it's Kyle.
Act like he been there before, man.
I smell game 7.
Dog, as soon as I said
You
a
smell like
Drake
game 7?
lyric,
I
look
smell
what
like
happened.
game
Oh
7.
my God.
Dog,
I can't believe you with your feminine ass toes.
Ain't nothing wrong about having good feet. I get them.
No, I didn't say good feet.
You also have amazing feet.
Once a month.
Boom.
Got
Boom.
I never got a pedicure in my life.
Boom.
Okay, now we're-
Wait, hold on.
This is all natural.
Hold on. We're watching replays right now. We're in the last 11 seconds. Toronto turned over the ball on an out of bounds pass. Let's see what happens.
Who's that? Green. Yep.
Oh, I thought it was Kyle Lowry.
You gotta act like you
Sniff
been there
game
before.
7.
I would have just held the ball.
Everybody relax. Everybody relax.
Let's see what happens.
Horrible pass.
Hold on.
Money making.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Nobody's on the court right now that's worth any note.
Remember, it's a scam, so.
It
Right.
gotta be a rig.
They gotta be.
100%.
What is?
It's all rigged.
The finals is all rigged. It's just a money making scheme to
Even
make
even after they got Donaghy, you think so?
Yeah.
Even after Donaghy, or you think they got more sophisticated after they got Donaghy?
It's only
They
been
stopped dealing with the Italian mafia. They started dealing with the Dominican bancas.
it's only been 1 point spreads, 1.2 point spreads.
Fucking point.
It's literally 1 point. Last game was 1 point spread. This game's gonna be 2 point spread.
And I hope you don't.
I have
but
money on
foresee
this
a
game.
loss in the future.
You do
They
not
better
want
not
to
Steph Curry with the shot in 9.6 seconds.
Oh my God!
Bear with
This
us,
is
people.
not-
Bear with us.
I'm sure they're
This
gonna
is just
do them
not
right now.
okay. This is not okay by any means, by any level.
This motherfucker doing
Let's
jumping.
see
This
what
motherfucker
happens.
ain't gonna do shit.
Inbounding the ball. Inbounding the ball.
Fucking
Far
ball.
side.
Ain't got shit.
Draymond Green. Shot.
Bitch, you're done.
Oh my God!
Done.
Oh my God! It's over.
9.9 seconds.
Travel.
Timeout. No, they got the timeout.
Nobody had any time.
Timeout
Seconds.
or technical.
Nobody had.
No, it had to be a back. Isn't that? Oh no, isn't that a backcourt?
Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr gave the good job to Kerr.
Yeah, look at him. He
So
got
I'm
that-
sure
He missed the shot. It doesn't even matter.
0.9 seconds
Yeah,
left.
he
That's all
fucked
you need
it all
for
up.
Curry.
He missed the shot. No, he ain't Derek Fisher, baby, with the .7 shot in the finals during the Spurs. He ain't. Everybody went to the locker room that game because they didn't want to deal with the bullshit in that Game 6
Look
game.
at that. Timeout.
All right. Let's see what happens.
Green, yep.
Let's see what happens.
Green called the timeout.
It's 0.9 seconds on the clock.
0.9 is a long time.
One point lead for Toronto.
Curry knows.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't know. He's got too much defense on him.
Yeah, he
Nah, that was
fucked
no
up by
defense at all. That was
missing
no
that
defense.
shot.
Damn, I know.
For Curry,
If he
that
would have
was
made
no-
that, oh my God.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda, he did it.
I know, but if he would have,
If he would have,
Nah, he's not warm like that.
I know,
Look,
and I hope
look,
you don't lose your money.
look. And he's being held like
Listen, no matter what I
like
say,
a
it's
little
gonna be a
baby.
situation.
You get that fucking rebound.
Yo, that bitch had some shiny ass pants on.
And they were.
Yeah, look. She's like,
They
dive.
don't even match your outfit. Who dressed you?
I guess it don't matter because it's California, right?
Right.
Anything goes in California.
Sad to say, she could be Puerto Rican, and I'm Puerto Rican, so I can say it, people. I'm just saying, she could be Puerto
What are we
Rican.
talking about?
She looks like Rosie Perez.
Bitch, you didn't see her?
She look like Rosie Perez. I'm just
Puerto
saying.
Ricans in California, dog.
Ibaka.
Maybe.
All the Puerto Ricans in Orlando. Ain't no Puerto
Facts,
Ricans in
facts.
Oh,
And Chicago.
I know, God. I think more of a population than Puerto Rico itself.
No
For
shit.
Puerto Ricans.
Thank you.
That's crazy.
It's the first time they see snow. It's the first time they get to see snow.
Steph Curry got
that's why I
that
stopped going to
dumbass
Islands
look on
of
his face
Adventure.
when he missed the 3-point shot
That was
again.
his time to shine. He floated.
Steph Curry is a fucking curry piece of chicken.
See, and y'all ain't never think about that, huh? Y'all ain't never wondered how Marvel, how the Hulk
fine.
is a Marvel
We're not
character,
Yeah.
but Universal still has the Hulk ride at Universal Studios? Think
Yeah.
about that. That's the reason why they never had a solo Hulk movie, because Universal still
Well, they had it
owns
with Eric
Hulk.
Bana.
Yeah, but guess what? And there's I had it with what's his name?
Edward Norton.
Edward Norton.
But Edward
But
Norton
after that-
was part of the Marvel universe.
Technically.
That he was supposed to be instead of Mark Ruffalo. But Edward Norton wanted more money, and he wanted to say in the writing. Exactly.
But the thing is, Universal always. But the thing is, there's a reason why Hulk never had a solo movie. Because Universal owns all rights to the solo movie.
Hold on.
So if they don't want to distribute it, it's never coming out.
Hold on, we got a technical.
That's the thing.
We got a technical, which is scored by Kawhi Leonard.
Especially since Disney owns it now.
No, exactly.
Hold on, guys. We got 0.7 on the clock.
Oh, it's over.
It's over.
No, he did not. That was great. That was a great ending shot, though.
Toronto.
Oh, they got to fall on the floor.
Yeah,
Hold on.
foul.
They got to fall on the floor.
I don't think he got the N1 though.
No, it's not an N1. It's a fall on the floor.
No, but he did get an N1.
No. They call it.
No, they're gonna call it. Yeah, they called it.
They have a place called Jurassic Park in Toronto.
No, that's the name of like the stadium in the area.
The area, yeah.
Because it's the
Look at Steph standing. Look at Steph standing in the middle of the court. He like,
I didn't say that.
Listen, to everybody out there, congratulations, Toronto. You deserved it.
Toronto.
Congratulations, Kawhi Leonard. You carried your whole team.
Hashtag Riggs.
And
the Finals MVP. Shout out to Drake.
Really?
With his Golden State tattoos on him. Boom! Yo.
That shit's covered as fuck right now. You know that.
Yeah.
See, I'm not even gonna say nothing crazy though.
Yeah, they called the foul right before.
It's alright. It's 0.2 on the clock. It's not gonna make a difference.
No, it's not gonna make any difference. I don't know why they even do this.
It don't even matter.
Congratulations to you guys. You guys deserved it.
So what happened?
The first championship in your franchise. There could be never a better feeling than this right here.
Shout out to all the greats.
The players can't believe
washed
it.
Up when they had to go play for Toronto back in the day when you had them ugly ass purple and black jerseys.
Chris Bosh.
Shout out the Dream. Shout out to the Dream. No, I said all the raw motherfuckers that was washed. Shout out to
Chris
the
Bosh.
I will never forget when you had to wear that jersey. Muggsy Bowles, I will never forget when you had to wear that jersey.
Vince Carter.
A big special shout out. He wasn't washed, but a big special shout out to Jalen Rose. Because without
He's
you,
an announcer now.
Kobe Bryant would have never dropped 81 points on y'all motherfuckers. Bob. Also, shout out to the Toronto Raptors because Kobe Bryant dropped 63 points in 3 quarters. Didn't even play half of a millisecond of the 4th quarter. Shout out to y'all for being so trash back in the day. Y'all went through that, so y'all can overcome this hurdle. Shout out to Kyle Lowry. I would still draft Lowry salt seasoning over Kyle Lowry, but it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't, and you ain't got it, brother. I hope you gone next season. What up? Serge Ibaka, fuck Kerry Hilson, dog. You got it, baby. You got the chip. You ain't had to give her the ring because you got yourself a ring. I appreciate that. And my man, the assassin, Kawhi Leonard, the only person in history in the NBA to destroy 3 dynasties. He destroyed the Heat when they beat him with the Spurs. He destroyed the Spurs when he decided to leave that squad. And now he destroyed the Warriors. You, my man, deserve that Supermax contract.
Hats off to you, Kawhi Leonard.
Hats off, but I ain't got no haircuts. Right?
Hats off to you, brother. You really.
This Corona's for you, man.
Yes. Let's shock it up for Kawhi Leonard. Actually, let's have a shot for the Toronto Raptors and their.
Hey, but shout out to the number 1 fan for Toronto. Matia. They go into every home game.
It's a Sikh, by the way.
One more time, ladies.
I apologize.
One more time.
Ladies, what?
But he's been almost at, I'm sure, every home game for Toronto, you know?
And shout out,
one fan.
And shout out to him. One at a time.
There we go. Toronto.
I'm the official
114. Golden State 110.
Final score.
Pass me my titty cup.
Your titties.
Those are my titty cups.
Titties for 1.
Titties
Jackie.
for 2.
Hashtag titty.
My goodness, God, bitch. Titties for Lola.
Thank you.
And these were given to me by a very good friend. Just FYI, it was actually a birthday present.
I will take my titties, thank you.
All right.
By the way, Julian, I'm happy you love the present we got you.
Oh my God, can I show it?
No.
Yeah, in a minute before we close out.
Okay.
I just
It's the coolest fucking present I've ever received in my entire lifetime.
Actually, let's do that now.
So 26 years.
What time are we on?
Over here.
You talking about my present?
No, we're sitting.
Oh, all right.
What the fuck was that?
Inebriated Podcast.
That's what it was.
That's what it is.
Extra inebriated.
It's part of the
Actually, I can debut both presents.
debut.
Let's not stop. No, let's not stop.
Let's go.
I try to get a time clock.
All right, ready?
Cheers to Toronto winning the final.
Cheers to Toronto. Good for them. First time.
Cheers.
I'm sure Kawhi Leonard will get MVP. Cheers, brother.
Cheers, motherfuckers.
God bless and bless God.
Salud. Okay, we're gonna show right now because we can't find out the time. We're gonna show Miss Jillian's present, and then we're gonna close out the night just on the mic. We're gonna continue partying here, but thank you for joining us.
I wonder.
Thank you for having us.
Much love.
Boom. And give us 1 second.
And
Well, go ahead.
What is that?
The coolest fucking blanket of all.
This is the coolest fucking blanket of all time. Remember?
It's gonna fall
Oh my God! You have to totally be
lean back
careful
a
because
little
that
bit.
is not okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of electronics in this motherfucker.
First child.
No, I'm gonna do this. My first child.
Quickly.
First child.
Is it the right way?
Not at all.
No, right?
Taco.
There's cameras is that way.
Which way? This.
There you go.
Cameras is this way.
There you go.
This is for everybody. A little bit lower, babe.
Who's that?
A little bit
It's
lower.
my dog Bentley.
With
From my
tacos on the
best friend
side.
John. Woo!
That's what's up. That's what's up.
And then.
Thank you, John.
Hey, that's
Thank
sweet,
you.
dog. Who you got that shit from? Chewy's? You made it at Chewy's?
And
No,
then.
I'll tell you right now.
Oh, the other one.
Cause Chewy's be doing some very nice unique shit, bro. Like damn, that shit very nice, bro.
Oh yes, very nice.
And then another.
From yours truly.
Oh.
Because you know bitches gotta be bougie.
The purse and the wallet. Boom, boom.
That's
matches
money.
that?
That's shmoney, bitch. That's
You know what I'm saying?
Blanket
money.
came from Pet Canva.
I've heard of that.
It really doesn't matter. All it matters is it came from my fucking heart.
We're talking about the blanket right now. However, if y'all on the budget, y'all trying to get that perk, but on the replica, y'all holla at me on Twitter. I got y'all. Y'all holla at me. I'll be at the barbershop on 441. You already know. Bring $80. I got you.
True. And we're gonna close out with this. Mr. J Dog, can you give one last shout out to?
Oh no, of course. Last time, you know what I'm saying, I was a little inebriated and I forgot a lot of shit that I was supposed to say when I said what I was saying. So I want to give a super big shout out, like I said, to my auntie. If you in the area, like I said, South Broward, North Day, Cadillac Road, Carver Ranch, Lake Forest, West Park, Miramar, Hollywood, Pembroke Pines, everybody stand the motherfucker up and go visit Chef Teresita right there. She gonna give you whatever you need. It's gonna be delicious food. It's gonna be a little healthy, but it's still gonna be a little nasty. Word to Miss Janet Jackson. You know what I'm talking about. But no, yes, everybody with the Instagram, just go to El Chef Teresita, which is E as in Echo L CHEF Teresita TERESITA for amazing food and amazing environment. You go over there, you get whatever you gotta get, and you know what I'm saying, support your own, man. Because everybody be saying a whole bunch of shit. When ain't nobody on, you don't get no goddamn support. But as soon as motherfuckers get on, they be like, man, that support him from along the way. Well, fuck you, fuckers. Show the support right now.
Yep.
Don't be one of those motherfuckers, you feel me? But again, like I said, amazing food done with love. Over there, straight Panamanian recipes. My auntie don't play around. Y'all go there and visit. Well, you already know. If anybody around here from this side, you already know. We on the east side with a beach ride. Right there, right down the block from Swag Job. And you know what I'm saying? Holla at your boys. If you don't know how to spell it, it's real simple. Remember the acronym. Silly white boys jumping all around. You already know. Cincinnati Reds, left fielder.
And if you need health care, all you need to do is go to getmehealthcare.com. My 1-800 number is there, extension 1364. Just ask for me directly. I got you.
Lola. Ask for Lola directly. And
But y'all purpose don't be going over there
1364. Getmehealthcare.com. See the big gorilla? That's me.
See, but y'all little perverts don't be over there faxing her extension of dick pics. Y'all nasty.
Facts. Facts and facts.
Facts and facts. Y'all nasty.
And so, anybody want to leave with any last thoughts? Any last thoughts that anybody wants to share?
Well, I just want to say thank you for having me because it's been a long time coming, baby.
Thank you.
And I hope to be on here more. And honestly, I'm really getting used to this mic. This is like my baby. I might have no, but on a real note though, everything that everything that we've been talking about and discussing, it was very spontaneous. There was no script. And what I love about doing this is just the real genuineness. And as I told you before, this is something that is going to be bigger than what the fuck y'all even know it's going to be. Oh, excuse me. I don't even know how far I am. Yeah. But real shit. Like, I'm extremely proud of everything that's gone on here.
Thank you.
And I'm proud to be a part of it.
Thank you. And Mr. J, any final words?
Thank you for having me over for this podcast. I'm sure I'll be happy to come over and talk some more, give my opinions about many other subjects.
Thank you.
Much love. Thank you so much for having me.
Salud, brother.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to the Inebriated Podcast, bitches.
Yes.
Sure, yes, ma'am.
And without further ado, this has been another episode of the Inebriated Podcast. Thank you for listening.
Woo!